Okay, hi everyone. Just want to give you guys a little bit of information about this week's topic. And the topic this week is how to control your club face angle to try and get better direction control. Now there's a few layers to this, that's why I want you to kind of watch this video, try and understand a few of the different elements involved, so that when you attend your lesson you'll have a bit more clarity or a bit more of an understanding, let's say. Now, there are a lot of things that affect the club face angle, and the club face angle at the point of impact is the number one, let's say, factor or determining factor in your start line. Okay, whether it starts left or right, mostly is determined by whether your club face is open or closed. The relationship between whether your club face is open or closed and the path that you swing it on, your club path, that's what determines how much it moves or which direction it moves. There's a very, let's say, there's a long list of variables that we can get into. However, these are the few things I want you to focus on. Now, first of all, your wrist angles at your setup position and your grip. A very neutral setup would be to have your hands and your palms facing each other and your lead palm facing towards your target, okay? Just like that. So the logo on your glove is kind of going straight towards your target. Try and get your alignment correct in terms of your feet, your hips, and your shoulders. What do I mean? I want them all matching. They're all parallel to each other and parallel to where you're aiming. That's called a square setup. Now, if you have any changes or differences in your feet, your hips, or your shoulders, that's going to make it really tough for you to control what your club face is doing, or try and match it up to your target. Okay, it's just going to add in more variables that we don't really want. So try and get your setup nice and square. Try and get your grip quite neutral. Now, when we're talking about grip, you have three options when it comes to gripping the club. Apart from, I'm not talking about the type of grip, so we're not talking about baseball, overlap, or interlock. I'm talking about how strong or weak your grip is. So when you have your hands or your palms facing each other, if your lead hand, if you're a right-handed golfer, that's your left hand, or your glove hand, gets more on top, and your trail hand gets more underneath, that's known as a very strong grip. That's likely to close the club face a lot, okay? If you put your lead hand underneath and your trail hand more on top, that's called a weak grip, okay? That's not really gonna shut the face. In fact, that's gonna probably keep the face a lot more open. Now, once you understand your swing pattern and what it is that you need to do, you can actually make a slight grip change to try and help you square up that club face. For example, if your face is getting open too often, or you're noticing that your club face is too open at impact, you can start to strengthen your grip, and that'll help you neutralize that problem. It's not the number one sort of fix. It's not going to create a situation where all those problems don't exist. We still have to find out why is it getting open. But if it's only a small amount, you can put a little band-aid fix on it and just try and adjust your grip to try and get you through your round, okay? So when you turn up for your lesson this week, I want you to go through with the coaches, what kind of grip do you have? Identify, is it weak, neutral, is it strong? What kind of face angle do you have at impact? Now, that's another area that we've got to discuss. That's basically your club face angle at the point of impact, like I said earlier, is going to determine whether it starts right, straight, or left. Now, that relative to your club path is something known as face to path relationship. That determines whether you draw or fade the ball. So when you get out to 9 aces this weekend, I want you to get on the flight scope and hit a few shots and try and understand what's your spin axis. Are you drawing it? Are you fading it? And that'll tell you what your face to path relationship is. And can we make subtle changes in your grip to actually try and neutralize it and try and get a much straighter ball flight. But that's just probably enough information for now. When you attend your masterclass, you'll get taken through a few more exercises and drills and things you can do to try and understand club face control a little bit better. Hope this was helpful. See you soon.